Hello, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to another edition of Marsego's Facebook Live, Facebook as well as YouTube Live discussion. I think it's 6:11 p.m. in Canada. It's 11:12 p.m. in Ghana, and I think it's about 1:12 a.m. in Nigeria and other parts of Africa. I want to first apologize for the delay or my inability to be able to meet the timeline I have given. In actual fact, we're supposed to do this video at 7 p.m. GMT, but I'm sorry, I've been locked up and I'm just free. I don't want to fail my promise, so I've decided to come your way. We're going to do the video, just that the video is not going to be so detailed, so lengthy as it could have been. In actual fact, I'm so tired, but I'll put some of the information across. Then based on the questions and maybe questions that you'll be asking, then I'll try to give an explanation in the comment section. If there need be, why not? Once I'm okay, maybe within the week, if I have time, I'll come your way and put out the detailed information to you. So you're welcome once again. Now, today, we wanted to have a discussions on some universities in Australia, as well as the various scholarship packages that they provide to international students. Now, let me be quick to say that attending school at the international level is not a problem on its own. I know a lot of you are willing to take up the challenge, move to Australia, move to Canada, UK, US, or even any European country to have maybe his education in your area of specialization, or you are willing to upgrade yourself to be able to become better and be internationally competitive in the job market. But the major challenge confronting most potential international students is that many of you will not be able to fund your tuition. Many of you do not have the financial capability to be able to pay your tuition fees, because the reality is that these fees are actually in dollars and they seem to be exorbitant to most of us, especially as the exchange rate is not good. The exchange rate is very weak against the major currencies in the world. So you see, the major problem is how to pay your tuition fee. Now, as somebody who is so desirous of moving to any country to study, one of the key requirements, one of the key factors that such potential students should look at is scholarship packages. So the first question you should be asking yourself, is it possible I can get scholarship to attend? Is it possible the school can offer me a scholarship? Or is there any avenue for me to get a scholarship to be able to attend school? That should be the major question each potential international student should be asking. Now, the scholarship packages are there, but the reality is that they also come with certain requirements that you must meet to be able to maybe to be able to be granted or to be able to receive a funding, awards, bursaries, or scholarships to be able to attend these international schools. So you see that. Now, one of the major requirements that prevent a lot of us from having access to these scholarships is that some of these scholarships are merit-based. It means that they are based on what the excellence of what your academic work. They are based on what, how good, how smart, how intelligent you are, based on the transcript that you are going to present to these international schools. So you see, now there are some of the universities that in Australia that specify on their portals that you do not need to apply for this scholarship separately. So it means that once the school even offers you an admission, it will surely come with what? Granting you partial or full scholarship. But some of them will specialize that, or they specify on their portal that you need to what? Apply for the scholarship separately. So getting admission is one thing, and getting the scholarship is also another. You see, now there are some of these scholarship requirements that seems to be normal, but there are some that seems to be a bit maybe frustrating. There are some of the scholarship packages that will tell you to write International English Language Testing System, IELTS academics, to be able to qualify for them. Now, there are some of the scholarship requirements that want you to apply, send scholarship letters explaining why you need a scholarship, as well as even show leadership positions in terms of submitting your resume to them, presenting your leadership positions that you have held, and the sort of expertise that you have been able to acquire within the duration for which you have occupied these positions. Now, there are some of the scholarship packages that are also there for people who are struggling to pay, maybe to fund their tuition. There are some of the scholarship packages that are there for people who are coming from, let me just say, poor homes. People will say they should say humble home, but I prefer to say poor. If you are poor, you are poor. If you are rich, you are rich. You can come from a poor home and you'll be very arrogant. You can be disrespectful. You can come from a rich home, but you'll be very humble. You'll be obedient. You'll be respectful. You see that? Good. So there are some of these scholarship packages that are meant for people who are coming from poor homes. Now, you need to demonstrate to the scholarship committee that indeed you are coming from such homes and you deserve such scholarships. I believe you have gotten that. Now, let's move on. Now, there could be a possibility that somebody may get a scholarship, but he or she may not get admission. Now, it is also possible that some people may get the admission, but they may miss out on the scholarship. So, the first thing I will expect everybody to do is that the names of the various schools that I'm going to put across, you first need to check the admission requirements of all these schools. Check the admission requirements of these schools, determine that, or match the admission requirement with your transcript, with yourself, and be able to juxtapose that you meet the requirement of these schools before you submit your application. Check and determine that indeed you are qualified, or even you are overqualified for these schools before you pay your $100 and something, or your $200 and something, or even your $1. Because as it stands now, we need money to do a whole lot of things. You see that? Good. That is number one. Then let's move to number two. Most of these schools, I say most of these schools, about 98% of these schools will expect you to provide International English Language Testing System, or TOEFL, as part of the admission requirement to applying to these schools. Most of them. So they want IELTS academics, they want band 6 in speaking, band 6 in listening, band 6 in writing, and band 6 in reading. So you need an average band score of 6 in all the 4 aspects of the test. Now, there are certain programs that also have some additional requirement that you must meet. So I keep on hammering requirement. So I want you to check the requirement of the program as well as the requirement of the scholarships. And in actual fact, there are about 10 different scholarship packages in these schools. There are about 10 of them in these schools. One, There are some of the scholarship packages that are only meant for people who are education students, people who are going to study in education department. There are some of these scholarship packages that are meant for people who are going to study agri programs. There are scholarship packages that are meant for people who are going to study technology related programs. Scholarship packages that are meant for people who are going to study law. It is your duty, it is your mandate to determine which scholarship package best fits your background. Don't just go and apply for any scholarship at all. They won't give it to you if that is not the program you are coming to study, if that is not the department that you will be applying to, or if that is not the faculty that you will be applying to. So it is your duty to check and be sure that indeed, if I have health background, then the scholarship should be related to what? That scholarship should be specified that it is meant for people who are this. There are some of the scholarships that are only meant for international students. A scholarship like Australian government scholarship. There is one scholarship like that, Australian government scholarship. This scholarship is only meant for people who are international students. It's meant for Australian as well as international students. It's meant for people who have good academic work. Number two, people who are coming from neighboring countries in the sub-region of Africa. So you see, so any potential student that comes from Africa is eligible to apply to this scholarship. So this scholarship is not meant for people who are science. No. Anybody who is international student from Africa. There are some of the scholarship packages that are only meant for international students who are coming from India. There are some of the scholarship packages that are meant for international students who are coming from Asia. I believe you have heard me. I don't want to finish this video so that tomorrow people will be sending me messages. And Charlie, this one was no, I will not mind you. You have heard me clear. Check the department, check the faculty for which that particular scholarship is meant for, and be sure that you are applying to that faculty before you apply to that program, or before you apply to that scholarship package. Good. Now, most of these scholarship packages are 100%, so they will pay your tuition. They will even give you monthly stipend. There are some of the scholarships that are meant for only PhD students. Now, most of the schools had already closed their PhD application for fall 2024. So you need to check and see if the portal is still open for 2024 for your program, or the portal is already closed for your program towards the fall 2024 intake. See that? Now let's move in and talk about some of the universities. All these universities that I'm going to mention, all the universities. It's just unfortunate that nobody is online. Nobody is online now, so that the person could be mentioning the names. Sorry, the person will be writing the names of the various universities I'm going to mention. Nobody is online. I'm the only person here. I don't know if somebody is watching before the person didn't drop a comment. Now, let's go straight to the names of the university. The first university that I want us to talk about is University of Melbourne, or Melbourne University. I'll write them in the comment section. Melbourne University in Australia. Another university is what? University of Sydney, or Sydney University. Then we have University of Technology, Sydney. This University of Technology, Sydney is actually different from what? Sydney University. Then we have Queen's University, or University of what? Queensland. Queensland University, or University of Queensland is the same thing. Then we have Adelaide University, or University of Adelaide. You get that? Then we have Australia National University. Australia National University. Then we have University of Western Australia. University of Western Australia. You see that? Then this one, I don't know if this name is the way I'm going to pronounce. We have La Trobe University. The L-A, La. Then the Trobe is T-R-O-B-E. La Trobe University. Then we have this one. I don't know if this name is correct. We have University of Wollongong. This name, I don't want to cause anything. I'll write the name in the comment section. You understand? So all these universities that I have mentioned, all these universities, they have scholarship packages for what? International students. There are some of the scholarship. The good thing is that there are some of these scholarship packages that are even meant for undergraduate students. Students who are even going to study programs that will award them certificate part 3, maybe certificate part 3 in catering, certificate part 3 in cooking, certificate part 3 in electrician. So some of these scholarship packages actually range from certificate programs to PhD programs. There are some of these scholarships that are only meant for PhD programs. There are some of these scholarship packages that are only meant for graduate programs. Some are also meant for undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate. It is your duty to check and be sure that what you are actually applying for is what you deserve. Right? That is it. So this brings us to the end of my broadcast this evening. And I gladly wait. I expect you to ask your questions in the comment section for me to go through them, answer the questions, provide answers to the best of my knowledge, so that anybody will be able to make his or her decision based on the information that I have shared with you. It is your duty. I will entreat you to pick your smartphones, pick your computers, just go to Google or whichever browser you are using. Just type Sydney University in Australia. Boom, it will drop it. Let's see how we do searches. So I'm going to take you through that. Sydney University in Australia. You send it, then it will drop it. You see, if you mention Sydney University, there may be another Sydney University in any other part of the world. But when you drop it, Sydney University in Australia, it will bring it boom like that. Once it drops it, scroll down. Then you may see the official website of that particular university. So when you see it, you see location. Then they may even show you either the school is closed or the school is open. Then you may see visit website. You see, so you can click on visit website, or you just click the name of the university at the top. Then it will now take you to the home page of the university. Now, when it takes you to the home page of the university, the first thing you need to do is to check the programs that are there. So you can click and check the programs. So when you click on the programs, it will bring the various programs in each category: undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate programs. Have you seen that? So first check and see if the program you want to study is available. So if I want to study masters in education, if I want to study maybe MSc biology, then I have to check and see under the graduate programs, check and see if you have MSc biology there. Once you have seen that MSc biology is offered in that school, then you check and see if the admission portal is open, if they are accepting admission for that program. Once they are accepting admission, now you go back and check the general requirements for that program. Check the general requirements. So they will tell you need a minimum of 4-year degree. Then maybe they may tell you need to have an average of 75% of your CGPA. 75% simply means second class upper. For your last two, some of them will tell you need a minimum of second class upper for your last 1 year or for your last 2 years. Check it. They will mention that you need a language exam for maybe IELTS or TOEFL, then they'll mention the band score with the various scores that they needed. Have you seen that? So once you have checked all those in, then you realize that you have met the general admission requirement. Now, that is not all. Most programs have a general admission requirement as well as what? Program-based requirement. So once you check the general admission requirement and you have met all of them, go back to the program, click on the program, graduate program, MSc biology, check it, and you go to, when you go to the down, they tell you supplementary requirements or additional requirements or additional program requirement or additional program additional or they may even tell you other admission requirements. I think this is right. Other admission requirements. So you click on other admission requirements, then it takes you there. Then they may tell you they need your CV showing showing your skills, showing your experience, showing your leadership positions you have held, and blah 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 blah. Then number 2, they may tell you that they may need supervisors. You need to get a supervisor who should be willing to supervise you before you submit your application. Then they may tell you that you need to also get your lecturers from academia or professional to be able to give you a recommendation before you submit your application. Then they may also tell you that they need a letter of intent or statement of purpose. You tell you they need statement of purpose before you do this and that and that. These are additional requirements or other admission requirements that the schools may provide for you. Once you have met all these things, once you have met the other admission requirement, you met the general admission requirement, you met the other admission requirement, then go and check scholarship packages in that particular university. We are still talking about Sydney University. Then you go to scholarship packages, then check and see. Then what scholarship packages are there? They will tell you scholarship package. You may see level. After checking the level, they will tell you program specific. Then you may see intake. You see that? So the level of what we are discussing now is what for MSc, Masters in Biology. So you check, you pick, the program is MSc Biology, you pick it, then you come to the level, you pick graduate, then you pick the intake. Some of them will ask you to pick the intake, some of them the intake. So once you do that, then then they may ask you country of student, country specific, or sometimes they may ask you to choose if you are domestic or international. Domestic means you are Australian, which you are not. Domestic simply means sometimes they may even also put there if you are permanent resident in Australia or you are a citizen of Australia, which you and we are not. So you pick international, which means you are not in the country. Then you pick international. Then all the scholarship packages for international students for that particular program and level, boom, they will all drop like that. So once they drop, then you now click on the scholarship and see what it entails. So they will tell you this scholarship package is meant for people who are smart. It's a merit-based scholarship. They may tell you this scholarship is meant for all international students who are admitted in this particular school from all over Africa. So you see that. Then you check and see the amount they will be giving you. Maybe the scholarship package may be, let's say, $50,000. It may be $60,000. You see that? Now, one of the things I've also forgotten about the general admission when you are checking it, they will even tell you the fees. All the Australian universities, I can mention their fees to you. All their fees are there. Check the fee of your program. If the fee for your program is $30,000, then check the scholarship package they give per each student. So if the tuition fee for your program is $30,000, but the scholarship package is $45,000, that means that if you have been awarded a scholarship, the scholarship will cater for your full funding, will cater for the payment of your tuition fee, as well as cater for your stipend, the monthly stipend that they will be giving you. So your living expenses is taken care of. You see that? But if your tuition fee is 30,000 and the scholarship package they are giving is only 15,000 per year, and your program is 2 years, it means they will give you a 30,000. You see that? So these are some of the things that you need to check to be sure that you can afford it to make. You know, can talk say this in Marsego asked me to go and do it. I've applied, they've given me admission, the scholarship they have given me is small. No, check and be sure that you can afford it before you do it. You get me right? That is it. God bless you. Enjoy your night. I'm enjoying my evening here. Enjoy your night. To meet tomorrow morning or afternoon or evening. Then we'll continue with the discussion. Drop your comments in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer. But make sure you listen to the video from beginning to the end before you ask a question. Because if you're asking a question that I have already handled in the video, I'm not going to mind you. I'll drop the names of the various universities under the comment section on WhatsApp. Did I say WhatsApp? On Facebook. I'll drop it under the video on Facebook. I may drop it under the video on YouTube as well. So please subscribe to the channel on YouTube. It is Marsego Empire on YouTube, as it is Marsego Empire on Facebook. Please share the video. If it was sharing, share it for other people to have access to it. Like the video for other people to also know that, oh, indeed it contains valuable information that people can use to change their lives. What we are fighting against is poverty. We are fighting against poverty. We are fighting against bad governance all over some places, so that you run away, go and learn. If you are somebody who wants to see the education sector in Ghana do well, go to Australia, go and do master's, PhD in so and so education. When you go back to Ghana and they appoint you as Minister of Education or Director General of Ghana Education Service one day, you make things better there. Go there. If one day you become a president in Ghana, you'll be able to change things. You become a minister, you become MC, regional, so and so, will change things so that the country will be good for those who will be there. You get that? Enjoy your evening. Peace.